Hi, Scottish Mudlarking here with Nicole and Craig. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to take you to 3 different beaches, and the first one is Carusi. But before we get started, I just want to say, remember that we've got a monthly giveaway on KoFi, and the details how to take part are in the description. So let's see what we can find in Carusi.
Well, like many of the other places that we see along the Scottish coast, pretty obvious to see that this entire area has been used as a dump. Got lots of old bricks there. Now for the brick lovers among you. Oh, I'm the wrong way up. Now that looks like it's an S and I can't make out that. Oh, Stirling. Aside from that, got all this fishing industry junk as well. Now we can't clean that up, there's far too much of it, and much of this is actually the coast. I think now it has become the coast, even these large slabs like this. Shall we go on and try and find something nice?
Yeah, let's go see, maybe down that way. Now let's see, I'm not seeing very much here. In the tide line that I'm particularly interested. I can see that there's a little shell here, a lovely wee limpet shell. They are everywhere on the Scottish coast, and sometimes they're missing that wee top bit and it's just like a little O shape, so I guess I'm going to take that as a first find of the day. So there's another wee shell. I wonder, maybe we're going to find just a couple of shells here in Carusi. These ones are always really nice because they look a bit like kind of mother of pearl. Sometimes they have really nice shimmer. You can probably just make out that wee shimmer there. And I'm really grateful the sun's coming out. I have not packed a jacket today. What an oversight. Oh, now there's something that we don't often see, and it's a little bit of funny looking seaweed. Now I wonder, that's covered in stuff. This is quite nice, but it looks very fragile. I think I might just take that. It looks like a little tree. Okay. Oh, there's more of this funny looking seaweed. Does anybody know what kind of seaweed this is? Oh, it's this fragile, very fragile looking seaweed. Okay, a bit of driftwood. I like driftwood. It's always so smooth and you can make really nice bits of art with it. You know, like that picture that I made a couple of weeks ago with that washing line. Craig's just tapped me. There are some lovely birds just taken up. Sea ducks. Oh, can you see them? Hello. I hope I've got them in shot. That's usually Craig's job. He's done a much better job in following nature. Whoops. There's the water coming. Okay. It's back. Ice to the ground. I'm going to take this tiny shell here. This is a tiny version of the limpet shell. Oh, I don't think this is good for me. This is already starting to come apart in my hands. So maybe it's just tiny finds today. Let's see. Oh, there's a lovely pebble. Oh. Take that. Look. Oh, it's a heart shape. Oh, that's so romantic. I love a heart shape. Seagrass, pebble. And I know you always see pebbles in heart shape that we maybe didn't pick up. We don't always see them. This one, that one's coming home with me. Yeah. Let's see. There's usually quite a few things up on the tide line here. I'm just going to put my wee finds in my pocket. Got shells. Aww. There's a bit of fishing line. Oh, it has beads on it, look. Now that's lucky. We always take fishing line, and sometimes it does have beads on it, and Actually, they make really good jewellery. I've made earrings with these, and you can make bracelets as well, so that's a win-win for nature and for me. So taking that. What is really nice is just to walk along here and just listen to the sound of the water. It's just like white noise. It's really pleasant. Spotted something, and it's the first of its kind here at Carusi. Can you see it too? Should be sort of right there. It looks like a lovely tiny piece of seafoam sea glass. And you know, if anything else, this could either become a pendant for our monthly giveaway on KoFi, maybe for next month, or it could become a little necklace or a pair of earrings if we find another piece. So that's cool, I'm taking that. Okay. What's that? What is that? Looks like it's some sort of stone. Actually, it looks a little bit like jade. There's a type of Baltic Sea jade, and it's found on the Baltic Sea, and it kind of looks very similar to this. It looks amazing when it's polished. Now, we don't tumble or polish rocks, but I think this one would probably look really, really stunning. Hold it away there so you can see it. It's really nice. I think I'm just going to take that because it's got a really pleasant feel, and I like to just walk around with something in my hand, just feel the stone. Okay, so I think we've done this wee stretch now, and I'm going to have a look and see what Craig's been up to.
So today we're looking in, well, hopefully we're planning to look in 3 different places. We shall see how we manage to get along. So we've begun here in the town of Carusi. Now, what does Carusi mean? There's some suggest that Carusi means crow's nest in either Old Scots or some kind of Norse language. I'm not sure. I read that somewhere. So Carusi, you've got to think about Carusi, crow's nesty, something like that at least. Anyway, today, not seeing an awful lot of crows, but what we are seeing is a lot of seagulls, and a lot of fledgling seagulls. Anyway, I'm going to try and get closer into these seagulls. They seem to be very cagey, even although they're feeding and feasting on whatever it is that's living amongst all that seaweed there. There's one thing I always remember about Carusi. It's this stuff, it's this seaweed. There's always a strong smell in the air of seaweed. But anyway, today's no different. It was a wee bit warmer earlier on, and it seems to have put a wee bit of heat into this seaweed. Now I can see a couple of things here. There's one wee bit of glass, but I don't think it's anything particularly special. It's very sharp looking. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that. Despite the fact that we're not finding a lot of glass in here. What we are finding is a lot of these pebbles and shells, seashells as well. So today it's really just a case of having a wee survey around and seeing what kinds of things we're finding in these beaches that we've never really taken a great deal of time to look at before. Now, what's that? You know, I have the horrible feeling that that red thing, can you see it just in there? I have a really horrible feeling it's an earplug. I do not want to find an earplug. So, see, might be a tag. Oh no, I know what it is. Now, does anybody know what that is? I can give you a clue, it's missing a bit. So it would have a wee spike coming out the bottom there. It would sit in the ground like that, and something would go in the top there. Any ideas? I'll take it along. I'll maybe tell you in a wee while. So far then, woohoo! jumping away from these waves, and I won't get my feet wet. So far then, I've found one bit of rough looking glass, an awful lot of seashells here, which we're just going to leave behind, although that one's quite pretty. I imagine there might be something living in there, like a wee bucky shell, isn't it? Now my thoughts are that there was something living in there, and that's what all the seabirds that flew away when I got here, that's what they were feasting on. Look at that, there's a lot of shells. Now, what else can we find? Is that a wee bit of glass? Or is it a wee pebble? If that is glass... no, it's no, it's a wee pebble. It's still lovely. It's such a beautiful wee shape, isn't it? Looks purpose made, formed by the sea for a wee pendant. I'll show it to Nicole. I don't think we'll take it away with us. Like to try and leave that kind of thing on the beach where it belongs. But you know, if it's a wishing stone, gonna have to take that. Now, I'll try and give you something nicer to look at in just a minute, because I realise a lot of this rotten seaweed isn't the nicest view. There we go, there's a wee bit of sand here. Now, we're approaching these seabirds that I scared off, so I'm going to see if we can get a wee bit closer to them. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled to the ground. What I'm seeing a lot of as well, by the way, is this dead crab material, but not a lot of glass. I guess it's good because, you know, these seabirds come along, you can see them feeding there and amongst all the seaweed, and they really clean the area up, take away all the dead bits and bobs that get bashed up here by the sea. I guess in one respect they're like the crows of the seaside. Do you know, the other week we had a video out and somebody commented and said, oh, I really loved looking at the clouds. Now that cloud, that's quite spectacular. At least it looks that way from here. So I hope one day maybe we'll make a video that is all about cloud appreciation, because clouds are amazing. Now the seabirds, they've backed off a wee bit from the seaweed there. They're keeping out of my way. Now I think what I'll do is I'll catch up with Nicole there and show her the two superb things I've found, neither of which are particularly superb. Who knows, maybe I'll find something really cool in the way. Grumpy seabirds, they don't want to stay anywhere near me. Here's what I've found. It's not spectacular.
Oh, that's cool. It's that half a golf tee or something?
It's half a golf tee. I said that as a question earlier. Nicole's given you the answer.
Oh.
There we go, this is half a golf tee.
Yeah.
It's missing the wee spiky bit that goes in the ground.
Yeah. Carusi is very famous for his golf.
I thought that was glass, but it's not.
It's really soft though.
It is,
it's really
isn't it?
Nice and smooth. Yeah.
You think we'll be taking that?
Yeah, I think that's really nice. Maybe it's a wee gift. I found two bits. I'm going to put them next to your finds, and then you can see what I found.
Okay, dokes.
So it's a shell that kind of looks a bit like an ear, and I thought that was funny. And then it's a really nice metally bit. It looks a bit like it might be brass if you polished it, because it has that verdigris. Maybe it could be copper. I don't know. Maybe it was just like a little neck of a paintbrush. I'm not sure, but I really like beach metal. Yeah,
you know, that could be. It's interesting because there's a wee bit. I think you're right actually. See, when we look here, just a wee second, if let's any luck, we'll get that to stay stable. Now I hope you can see it, there's a wee hole there. So as Nicole just said, that's likely to have been attached to maybe the shaft of a paintbrush, and a wee nails went in there. This side would have gripped the bristles of the paintbrush. So
how old is that?
who knows? Well, that's Carusi.
Yeah.
Do we want to get back in the car and get along the road and see if we can find any treasures a wee bit north of here?
Yeah, let's see. I'm quite happy with what Carusi had to offer, and I think we should just head off to beach number 2.
Okay, let's get on to East Haven. So this is a really nice tucked away wee bit of the coast here. Seldom, well, it's quite popular, although it is a hidden gem, so to speak. But despite it being a hidden gem, you can see this. So we're getting lots of these old, what do you call them?
Q-tip sticks.
Q-tip sticks. You call them Q-tips. I call them buds. What are they called? Buds?
Ear buds?
They're not called ear buds. What are they called? Why can't I remember things? Now, yeah, I'll tell you what it is, I'm getting old. That's what it is. I try to think of too many things. Now, lots of wee bits and bobs of plastic here. Now, I did not expect that we would come up here to East Haven and we'd be digging out wee bits of plastic, but to be sure, there is a lot of it. So, what we might do, you fancy doing a wee work of art with these cotton buds, that's what they're called, cotton buds.
Yeah, I've done that before and it works really, really nice. So I'm just going to grab a couple.
Do you know, I think that's a shotgun shell of some description.
Yeah.
Now, it'd be farming country round here, folks. So, not that anybody in this part of the world has that kind of accent. I'm not suggesting anybody anywhere in the world has an accent quite like that. What's that? What is it?
Bead. It's a bead.
Is it a bead?
I think maybe from like a hair clip or something like that.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
You can have that.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, you know, oh sorry, I didn't see that. That was a flash. Blink and you missed it, folks.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's in just like, you know, what I can look at the camera, actually that's less than a minute. And that's the amount of plastic we found. We could be here all day. There's Nicole finding a white one, a rare, very seldom found white one. There we Doug excited about the fact that we found a white cotton bud stem. Now, before we go any further, as I say, we could dig through this all day. And we will come away with several hundred cotton bud stems, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to turn our eyes. We're going that way. We're going to be going that way up the beach. And there's more birds, more seagulls. Can I get closer to the seagulls this time? I'm like a wee boy chasing pigeons. No, they've seen us coming, and they're all out in the water apart from that young fledgling. Anyway, never mind. We shall turn our eyes instead to the ground here. Now it looks like it might be slightly more promising. Nicole's just pointed to something there. How you can see that. Just grab that, I think. Hey, that's a ring, yeah. So it's been a marker, it would have had a number on it or something. I don't think it's got that number on it now. It'll have been washed off or eroded. But that would have been wrapped around the ankle of a seabird to identify it. Now, what can we find here? What is this? This is not a natural object. It's definitely not a natural object. What is it? Oh, it's the heel of a shoe, isn't it?
It's a heel, yes. Oh, goodness me. Okay,
I don't think we've found a plastic heel before.
No, not this kind. No, certainly not that one. So I'm going to take that off the beach. It's not going to find its way into an artwork, just in the recycle.
No, we're going to need a very, very deep shadow frame to accommodate something like that. Now, so this is beach number 2, and you know what, I don't think we're going to find that much up here either. I think we're going to need to try and maybe either take a wee walk through these stones here, or else maybe go down there where the seabirds are. There's some more scree there, but let's see. What do you reckon? Think we'll get lucky here? Find anything?
Well, I think you're right. Maybe where this tree is, I was kind of hoping for a very small hagstone that I could string on a wee necklace for myself, so I think that would be quite nice. That's perfect.
It's an odd one, that one.
Yeah, it has a red line. Usually they have a kind of white quartz lines, but we've got a couple with a red line.
Now, right beside it though, there's this weird one, which I don't think that's a wishing stone though.
Let's see. It does have, whoops, it does look like the line is going all the way through, so I think they're both kind of wishing stones.
That's dubious. That's cool. Dubious, cool. Dubious, cool. What do you think?
Let's take the cool one then.
Okay. Is that the tiniest wishing stone we've seen?
The tiniest. I can't see it. Is it here? This
Your
one?
finger's right on top of it.
Oh. Is it this
No.
one? It's not that one. Is it this one?
No.
Oh, is it this one?
Yes.
Oh.
That's the one.
Oh.
It is.
It's a wishing
It's the tiniest
stone.
wishing stone ever.
Oh, that's really cute. Huh? The cutest and tiniest wishing stone. I'm taking that
Gotta have
one.
that one.
Yeah. And you know what I've also spotted? Seeing that we're sitting down here, you might see it now.
Can you see it?
It's a tiny piece of seagrass.
Yeah, it is. I saw that.
Pretty much the only one around here, but you know, maybe there are more here. It's just that we don't see them because they're very, very small. So I take that one. Now there is a hagstone. I think that's got to have at least one of these holes going through. Oh look! There's several holes in this. This is a really big stone. Definitely not taking this one, but I do want to have a look at it. Okay, let's see. There's a shell stuck in that hole. This one I can't see if it's going through. There's so many holes in this one, but I can't see through it. There's maybe the odd place that you can look through there. Okay, so that is kind of like a hagstone, but not the one that I was looking for. Now I did just see this one here, and it looks like this might be a perfect wishing stone. Look, there's a line, it's going right through, and the thing with wishing stones is that you collect it, then you give it to somebody, they make a wish, and they can either choose to hang on to the wishing stone or well, throw it away or maybe give it to somebody else. So it's like a continuous wish. Let's take this one. And now I am looking for a very small hagstone. There are some really, really amazing pebbles here actually. Look at this one here. This is probably a jasper. It's very red. I'm not an expert on stones. I am an expert on sea glass, but not so much on stones. So I think it is jasper, because we found that quite a few times before. But yeah, look at the all the different kind of colours and the textures. Now that one here is probably like a quartz type, and it looks like it's very rough. Now if you take a different stone, well, let's take this one here. This one actually feels like it might be sea coal. It's very smooth. Now let's take this one. This one has lots of lines on it. It's really funny. Has an eye on it there, and yeah, I don't know, a mouth, not so much. Nice and smooth. And there's a couple of shells here. But you know, I always wonder if you would be interested in just looking at stones for about half an hour, because I do know that there are some amazing artists and lots of people on Instagram who collect stones, and sometimes they take all the red stones and put them together, you know, like this, and they do a flat lay, and then they've got maybe all the dark stones and they put them together in the same shade, and then you'd have all the grey stones, and then they make like a circle. And this one would probably be somewhere in the middle to connect the kind of reddish to like a beige. And you know, those stone circles look really, really amazing. I don't think I'd have the patience for that, if I'm honest. But it does look really amazing, and I can really appreciate that. Now that's not a hagstone either. It has a dimple in it, really nice kind of funny dimple. It's not a hagstone though. It's not, it doesn't have a hole in it, a hole that goes right through it. So, yeah, I wondered if you would be interested in just like a kind of stone special, a rock and pebble special. And I do also wonder if you've just spotted what I've just seen. That one looks like it's a really, really amazing piece of sea glass. Now I think it's pretty much only the second piece that we found today. Oh, but this is stunning. Okay, I can see this is going to be, I don't know, which way is it going to be? I think maybe this way around. It's going to be a pendant, and I think this is going to be our, what is it, August. This is going to be an August giveaway, and it's going to be a necklace, and it'll be on KoFi. So check the description and see how you can take part, and then you know exactly where we found this amazing piece. Right here on the beach in East Haven.
Now Nicole said that she was looking for a hagstone, maybe to hang around her neck, and I wonder, might I have found just the thing for a wee necklace, a wee dainty necklace. I think I have. Let's see, is it a hagstone? Can we see all the way through there? Yes, I think you can. Now the real question is this the right size? Well, maybe not. Maybe it's a wee bit big, but you know what? It's like that, looking at the fairy world again, right, through the hagstone. That's part of the story. If you've not seen our video on hagstones, you should check it out. This one is far too big to do anything with at all, so I'm going to leave it here. It's quite cool though. Anyway, can we find something remotely more useful than that gigantic hagstone? Maybe, maybe no. Now there's something though, that's quite cool. Now we're not seeing an awful lot of this today, so it is worth taking a wee minute just to do a can you see it? So, can you see it? It's a wee bit of sea glass, very plain, but nonetheless quite a scarce find today. We're not finding very much of this stuff. Now, that's shiny. I hope you can see that. You see the line there? That looks like it's been quite freshly broken, so it's quite a shiny and maybe sharp bit. So we shall leave that wee piece of sea glass, or maybe for the minute I'll take it and I'll show it to Nicole and we'll see what she makes of it. Now that is very cool. I don't know if we can call that a wishing stone. It just has so much going on. It's a wee bit busy, maybe for your average wishing stone. But I have just seen something else just off to my left, and I wonder, could it be? Could this be a wishing stone, do you think? Can you see it? It's just this piece here. It's quite interesting. It's obviously been made of composite types of rock, because see that kind of a, right, this is where language deserts me here. The texture and colour here is different from at least part of the texture and colour there. It almost looks like it's been sculpted, but that little white line is continuous. So that is a very, very cool wishing stone. So I gotta have that one. Now, what have we found then? We have found an oversized and absolutely useless hagstone. We found a bit of glass that I don't much like the look of myself, and we found that wishing stone. Now the wishing stone's probably the best thing that I've found so far, but let's see. Am I going to find anything in amongst all this stuff? Well, as they say, there's only one way to find out. Now I hope you can see what I can see there. It's quite bright yellow. Doesn't look like it's that's not a Q-tip or a cotton bud stem. It's pointy at both ends, and that means it's one of two things. It's either a cocktail stick, in which case this could have been here since the 1970s. We may be looking at an artefact from the 1970s, folks, where people used to go, oh, I'll have a wee bit of cheese, or maybe I'll have a wee pickle, or even a wee cube of pineapple perhaps, at a fancy dinner party. I kind of like to think it was that. Okay, we'll have that then, a little artefact from 1974 or thereabouts. Now, it's one thing that we don't find a lot of here, and I think I might just have seen a bit, is pottery. Now can you see the bit that I think might be pottery? It could actually be a really big broken shell, but the way that this is broken here suggests to me that it's not, and I've just seen that as well, and the fact that it has a green glaze that would also suggest that this is not a shell, but it's instead a bit of pottery. I wonder, would they have gone together? Could that have been a platter holding wee cubes of cheese and wee bits of pineapple? I suppose we'll never know, but we'll have to have that. Now, I'm going to catch up with Nicole and see what she makes of my incredible finds. Now this has 2 lines on it, and I can't remember what we decided about 2-lined wishing stones. Is it a wishing stone though? Do you know what it is? Because only one of the lines goes all the way around, and I think that's a good size. Now, I've caught up with Nicole. She's looking at her phone, which is just the thing to do at the beach. But I'm sure you were making shorts, is that correct?
Shorts,
yes,
photographs.
You weren't texting or anything like that, like the young folks do, instead of coming to enjoy this beauty of nature. Now, I found that. What do you think that's a wishing stone?
I think we decided that wishing stones were just going to have one line. This one has 2 continuous lines, so I think for some reason we decided that might be unlucky, so I'm going to just throw that away.
Well, didn't throw it in the water and make a wish if it's unlucky. Just drop it quick. Danger. Okay, I'll show you my finds. There's some of them quite spectacular. There is a wishing stone in there, and it's a very unusual and very pretty wishing stone. So there we go. What do you reckon? That, I think, is a very cool wishing stone.
That is a very cool wishing stone. You know what it reminds me of? One of these standing stones that we visited a long time ago.
Right, yeah.
Just a very small version of it.
This is a tiny Neolithic monolith.
That's very cool. And then it looks like you maybe found a jasper, that red stone. Then right next to it, it looks like it might be quartz.
I forgot, I've got this wee bit of rubbish sea glass. It's shiny, so we'll not really worry too much about that. Yeah, that. I think we're going to leave that, and possibly a jasper as well, because we won't do anything with them.
Yeah.
Oh no! An artefact from the, I reckon it's from the 1970s. What do you think?
Oh yeah, it looks like one of these cocktail sticks from cheese or something.
I'm imagining cheese right now as I make this move.
Needs a grape.
A grape?
A grape and cheese, yeah.
Well, we didn't have grapes in our day, you know. We had cheese and we had wee bits of pineapple, and we seldom had those. They were all hidden away in the cocktail cupboard. And like we had cocktails, a couple of cans of McEwan's. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, we're leaving these two behind. Now that I think is probably the only piece. I thought it might have been shell until I saw that wee glaze piece there.
All right, yeah, it looks like it's a very, very thick piece of pottery. It almost looks like it might have been from a bath or something like that. So from all of these, I'm definitely going to take this star find.
Yeah, we could use that again, eh?
Yeah, no, not again.
Oh well.
We could reuse it. I'm going to take this wishing stone and this small piece of sea glass.
Now, I found you a hagstone as well, but to be honest, it was about the size of my fist. It's not the kind of thing that would have hung daintily around your neck.
No, probably not. But you know, I found something and it is also a hagstone and it's the perfect size. So, it's this little guy here.
Can we see through it? Yes. Nicole's gendering hagstones, folks. Yeah. Let us know in the comments how you feel about that. No, please don't. Please, please, please do not let us know how you feel about gendered stones. Anywho, there you go.
Yeah.
And a hagstone. You can see the fairy world just on the other side of that wee hole there.
I know, I was looking to see the fairies, but I couldn't see any just now. So maybe they're at the other end of the beach. So shall we go check there?
Now here's something that you don't see every day. It's the iron and brew, the iron of brew, a very popular Scottish drink, but definitely not something that we want to find on a beach. So, oh, is that? I tell you what, that's no iron brew. No. It's not orange. It would be bright orange if it was iron brew, folks.
Yeah, it would be that colour.
Yeah. So instead, that's seawater, but we'll get that away into a bin. Now, it strikes me that we can't really look among these rocks either. Do you know why?
No.
Because they're clearly here for a purpose, and that's to prevent coastal erosion. So it would be a derelict of responsibility for us to collect anything amongst this massive massive pile of stones. Instead, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take a wee bit of a stroll up the beach there and see if there's anything at all that we can find. And do you know what I think? I think the answer's no, there's no.
So that has arrived in Arbroath, and the first find appears to be a lobster claw or a crab claw. Lobster, crab. There's lots of fishing industry here in Arbroath. And the next find is the ever elusive bucky shell. Now this one is this perfect way where you can look right into the bucky shell. I always really like that. Doesn't it look like a baroque staircase to you? I've just been spotted by a dog, and he probably thinks I've got cheats or a star find on me, but I don't. So, oh, but look, can you see it? There's a thing. Woo! Yes, I still don't have a treat. Well, there's two dogs actually. Okay, well, I'll take this and we shall leave the dogs here. That's very nice. It's a really nicely smooth piece of sea glass. It would appear that this might be the only find from Arbroath for today.
Well, Arbroath, I think, has probably been the least giving of places so far. So we're going to come up here to where Nicole's heading, and that's the mouth of a little burn that leads out into the expanse of the sea here. Now I have spotted a wee piece of sea glass just off in front of me. Now the real question though is, right, I'm going to ask you first, can you see it? But what I will do is, you can see Nicole there, she's clapping her hands like a wee seal. So I guess she's found something. But before we get to that, what we'll have to ask is, can you see it? It's a beautiful wee piece of sea glass actually. Looks really nice. There we go. That could be our best find from Arbroath. Maybe. Let's see. Bring that in a wee bit. Lovely. Now, let's go see what Nicole was excited about. Oh, hang on. I kind of have to stop and pick these up because we found next to nothing here. Now that is lovely. Beautiful. Now it's green, but it's a kind of aqua bluey kind of aquamarine green. It's not aqua that we'd normally see, not as blue as that, it's much greener. Anyway, we'll have a look at that in a minute. It's quite nice actually because found a couple of wee bits of sea glass now. We shall see, can we find some more? So what have you found?
Something really cool, and I left it right where I found it so we can play. Can you see it? Okay,
now do we have a general direction? See, what we're going to try and do here is ask Nicole to step back just a wee bit further, and we can, I tell you what, we're chancing fate here. A wee sad face going to him.
Okay, it's in that area where there's not, the tree is starting, so right kind of where the tide line is. Whilst
we're playing Can You See It, I'm going to hand this to Nicole. They're the two wee bits that I've found so far.
Wow!
They're quite pretty.
Yeah, they're really nicely frosted as well. I mean, as much as there's not much sea glass here, when you do find one piece like this one, that's really nice. The green one is nice and organic shaped and not shiny as far as I can see.
Okie dokes.
Cool.
Now,
let's see if you can see my find.
Can you see it? I can see it.
Yeah.
It's away over here. No, it's no. It's down there.
It looks like it's a really nice piece of blue sea glass. Now let's see if this is the entire size. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. It looks like a really nice kind of cobalt blue piece. So it's, as I like to say, it's probably from a poison bottle.
I reckon it's from a poison bottle.
I'm going to hold that against the light and see if you can see it.
There's optimism again. Like there's light today. Like just off to the side of that piece, there's that beautiful little piece of frosted sea glass there as well. It looks like we're in the butter zone. Do you think so?
Yeah.
We can make popcorn. We've got so much butter here in the butter zone. Buttery popcorn. What's Craig talking about? Craig doesn't even know what he's talking about. It's heaven of nonsense. Okay, let's have a look at that. That's really cool.
That's
a nice
really
wee bit.
Yeah, really nice drop. Just the perfect mermaid's tear. Just a very large tear.
Let's have that one. That was a sorry looking mermaid. Now, let's see if we can get some light. I'll tell you what though, I did say earlier on that we spotted some cool clouds. Look at those! Oh. That's just beautiful though, the way the sun's breaking through the clouds there.
It looks like a bear.
A bear?
Yeah,
like
look,
this one over here.
Yeah, there's a little ear there, there's the head, there's an eye there. It looks to the left, it's sitting, or maybe
it looks
like
to me like it's just caught salmon and it's eating salmon as well. Can you see the salmon just in the mouth there? And I think there's a wee cave just somewhere, but no, maybe no. But I can see the bear. Can you see the bear? Let's see if we can see the bear. Now what we're getting here is a largely blacked out camera. I'm going to start singing Soundgarden songs in a minute. Okay, cool. Do you think we'll call it a day then, now that we've found a couple of really nice bits?
I think so, yeah. I mean, we come to Arbroath, we did 3 beaches in one day, and we've had some really amazing finds, so I'm very happy with that.
Okay, let's get back to the car. Now it's always the way we say, let's head back to the car, and then you know, I think this really is the butter zone. This is the place to be if you want to find sea glass. There's a big chunky bit over there, I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's then really lovely wee bit of sea foam here.
That's a really nice wee nugget, that one, isn't it?
I'm really glad we came up here. I was dead set against it, I have to be honest. I was whinging, I was saying, I want to go home, I want to go home, I want my dinner. And then Nicole said, no, we must get up to the burn and see if we can find things, because back in the olden days, people threw all the rubbish into the burn. And lo and behold, here we are in the Burnley butter zone. Let's have that.
Awesome.
We'll take a closer look at that wee bit over there, but I don't think that's particularly nice, is it?
No, I think that maybe needs another 20 years or so. I'm happy with that little nugget you just found.
Craig's wee nugget. Come on then.
I think we did really well today. We visited 3 beaches and we found a couple of really nice treasures. Now it only remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, liking and commenting. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a minute to subscribe. An extra special thanks goes out to everybody who's been supporting the channel through Etsy and through your KoFi donations. That makes a massive difference and it keeps the lights on. See you next week.